Amplifiez votre passion pour la guitare pour quelques euros par mois. Rendez-vous sur lachaîneguitare.com. Amplify your passion for the guitar for a few dollars per month. Head over to theguitarchannel.biz. Welcome to La Chaîne Guitare, welcome to the Guitar Channel. Here is a new lockdown interview. I am live on the Skype connection with the one and only Tomo Fujita, live from Boston in the US. Tomo, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good today. Thank you so much for asking me, and thanks so much for having me here. Thank you.
It's really a pleasure. The first time we met, it was at Winternham in 2017, and we did an interview on the Vemiram booth. So, of course, we are going to talk about this crazy situation we are going through. But
Yes.
tell me first, what have you done since the last 3 years? Because we didn't meet again at Winternham this year. So, what's new?
I released my album Blue Sky
Okay.
with Kirk Fletcher. And
Oh, nice.
and James Gallison play on the drums, and Travis Carlton play bass. So that's last year I released it, and always I've been very active, Instagram, YouTube, helping people, and I did a lot of Skype lessons after that. And last year I started my own guitar wisdom. That's an online lesson. Just because a lot of people ask me lessons, and sometimes, we have different time zones, and some people don't have enough budget, so why not? I want to help everybody. So I just, made a reasonable price, like $9.99 a month, so that people can watch all my video as long as, they stay. So, yeah, that's I've been very busy actively doing it.
So, and can you give us again the name of the website where people can go to subscribe?
Yeah, actually, easy way to go, tomojustfunky.com.
Okay.
And everything there. Yeah, just because I used to have, I still have a tomofujita.com, but all Japanese and confusing. So I made a new one called Tomo Just Funky. Yeah, because I was playing with Pigeon playing ping pong. And then Greg, the singer, guitar player, he asked me, what is your website? I said, Tomo Fujita. Why don't you just call Tomo Just Funky? And it's easy to find. Okay, that's a great idea. So I made it. That wasn't really taking, so that was good. Yeah.
What's the origin of Tomo Just Funky? Because it is also, I think, your handle on Twitter and Instagram, right? Or
Yeah, well, my song is called Just Funky, which is a very funky song, become very popular, and a lot of people copy the song. So that's why I thought, always Tomo Fujita, it's a little bit difficult to spell, a little difficult to pronounce once in a while. So my wife used to go, why don't you just drop the last name to call Tomo? But then, so I look up Tomo, so many people Tomo,
Okay.
somebody cooks it, somebody does. So I thought, okay, Tomo is, for short of, Tomohisa, that's my full name of my first name. But so anyway, Tomo Just Funky. So I made up Tomo Just Funky on Instagram. And after that, I just use that for easy to find me. That's
So if people go to Tomo Just Funky and they subscribe to the monthly subscription, so they do have access to what? Is that training a specific courses, or what can they see
this
then?
is kind of wild, but I try to teach every style, every level. So, I start around the middle, then I tweak a little bit more toward, beginners. So I have about, 12 theory lessons, 53 regular lessons, 53 demos, and gear demos, so many. Yeah, so right now I have about 130 some lessons, videos, yeah. And then weekly, I'm adding more and more.
Okay,
so
nice.
Hopefully, I can really cover everything. That's my goal. It's fun, really fun to do. Yeah.
So we are at the moment in the middle of this crazy pandemic because of the coronavirus.
Yes.
So tell us, what was the immediate impact on your life as a musician, as a professional teacher?
Of course. Yeah. First, I was going to go to Japan around March, so I booked my recording session in specific place in Japan, and I booked 3 days for private lessons. everything was perfectly organized. Everything was so good. I was practicing, and then, I have a few Chinese students from China, and that was the middle of February. In the beginning of the lesson, he said, "Tomo, I think you have to cancel the tour." I said, "What are you talking about?" I thought I can be I thought I just be very careful to go there to do my job.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Well, this thing spreads so quickly, it's just really hard." Then, day later, I tried to cancel my airplane, and everything changed because I always plan things way ahead. So that's almost like year before I was kind of expected to my solo guitar recording, and then everything canceled.
Mm-hmm.
And also this time, interesting. This is the first time ever I just tweet about my lessons. In 2 days, I fill all my hours.
Okay.
That was incredible. Usually it takes about a few weeks to fill my hours. So everything was perfectly finished. Then I have to email everybody to cancel. That was the craziest thing I ever done.
Mm-hmm.
I never ever canceled my gigs.
Mm-hmm. So, and why was it? Why were you able to book the lesson so fast? Is that because you don't teach very often in Japan?
No. Here's the thing. This is about the business. I'm very serious about business as a musician, and some people do casually, Instagram and YouTube. And I start seeing somebody great on YouTube, not great on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody great at the Instagram, not great at YouTube. Somebody said, 500,000 followers on Instagram, but then only 3,000 followers on YouTube. So I start figuring out why is this. So each one has different dynamics,
Mm-hmm.
different, way to. So I really kind of study by myself, kind of self-taught. So now I have 157,000 on Instagram and 151,000 on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to.
Nice.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So that's I have been really focused on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What?
So that's why if I tweet a little bit, I have more followers than anybody else.
Yeah.
Not anyways, but good amount.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the
And
word spread quickly. Yeah.
And you were able to build a very nice and big community because you publish a lot of high quality content on Instagram. I'm a huge fan of what you put on Instagram. It is short capsule but very targeted, and sometimes we just see you here, we see you playing, but sometimes you address a very specific subject. So quality content is always a good strategy to reach more people.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, that's actually important part is sometimes I only post 6 seconds or 12 seconds of, something to catch people's eye. But then I do very casually, but I put one thing very strong, important, say try it, but I don't explain. But then I catch somebody's attention that way. Then these people go to my YouTube, then YouTube to my website. So that's how I run my business.
Yeah, it's a very clever strategy to have. Yes. Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit more about your vision of guitar in Japan compared to what it is in the US, because last year, for example, for the very first time, I was able to go to Osaka to go to the Soundmasters, the Osaka guitar show.
That's right.
And the guitar show was really incredible, and there is a very dynamic situation at the moment regarding guitar in Japan. So what's your take on that?
Well, guitar, a lot of people loves guitar very seriously, and then, for example, as a company like Fender has a custom shop, but most great custom shop guitar first go to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
All great stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then somebody just buy. In other words, everybody very serious about the equipment, and if it's something really good, people really pay good amount of money to buy. And community is really great, but also live show, even small places, everybody very quiet to listen guitar music, and PA systems amazing. Sometimes you went to clubs in Japan. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'll go like, why? Why so loud? Because PA system is so unbelievable amount of speakers and everything. So that's actually really different from America, because America sometimes small club, no PA system sometimes, just a band playing. But that's different, Yeah, so I like both. Actually, both sides I like, Yeah.
Who are the Japanese guitar player we should check out, apart from you, obviously?
Oh, from me?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. So many great guitar players in Japan, but his name. You see, a lot of Japanese name is very difficult to pronounce. But you remember the Korekata. Korekata.
Okay.
He's a really great composer, but also he's a great live performer. He's about 63, 64 years old, and actually, me and Korekata, we used to do tour together. He drive his car,
Okay.
and we just go every clubs around the town. And he's really, really experienced about gigging situation. Now, great about he does Christmas show every year. Can you imagine? He does 6 days music every night, different people, different song. That's how much he can really handle, communicate with the people, communicate with the hand, and so many tunes.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really amazing live musician, but also he's a great composer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's one of the great guy. Yeah.
Mm. One thing that was really a big surprise for me when I went back to Japan last year is that I went to a couple of guitar stores in the Osaka area, and I found that most of the brands in the guitar store are coming from the US. So it is the Fender, Gibson, the Martin, the Taylor, but it's almost kind of difficult to find a Yamaha or Ibanez or ESP. So
that's actually good. Yeah, good. That's actually good. Good thought, because obviously in Japan, product from Europe or America is somehow look very superior than Japanese products, and then that's how they get attention, they sell. So I love Fender Japan. I think Fender Japan, Strat is really unique. But I was told when they made Fender Japan, they cannot price range higher than American. Even though the quality is great, but they have to lower the price. So to me, like a cheap Japanese Fender is really, really good quality. But if you go to small store, sometimes they occupied by all American, Gibson, Fender, PRS, right?
Yeah.
It's so difficult to find, Yamaha or Takamine or those, right? Yeah. But again, so many music stores.
Yeah, and there is a very old tradition of guitar building in Japan, so that's why I thought it was kind of sad to miss, because
I see.
In the big old days of the shred era with Joe Satriani and Steve Vai, Ibanez was all over the place, but now it's not that anymore. It's more all the vintage oriented stuff, the old Gibson and so on. Yeah,
right. But I'm sure like some music store, specialize a little bit more Yamaha or Ibanez. But again, Ibanez really, naming for outside of Japan. They really focus outside of Japan.
Okay, interesting.
So that's why, when I saw Ibanez first time, I never really thought that's a really Japanese company. It's really clever to make, naming different name, and it's just really Hoshino music, They're really great. Yeah. Actually, I'm kind of working with them a little bit.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I can't really tell you what it is, but something more like, not like signature stuff. I'm just giving them my idea, so we kind of work on something good for musicians.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Tomo, you have to tell me about how you were a teacher for John Mayer at one point in time. So tell us the story.
Right. 1998. I taught John Mayer, and I can tell a little bit story. First, he came to Berklee as five guitar session students, which is kind of 1 week program, and that was 1997 probably or 98. I'm 97, yeah. And then I gave funk clinic guitar, funk clinic at the Berklee Performance Center, and actually he was there, and the other guy was James Valentine.
Okay.
You know, Maroon 5.
Mm-hmm.
Both are there. And then John loved my funk playing, funk guitar and slap guitar. So that's he decided to take my lesson about, a couple months later, which is winter of 1998, first semester. I remember, Tuesday, 9 a.m. So a lot of people argue about this, saying like, John Mayer only went to Berklee one semester. What's the big deal? That's the always I hear in the internet. But to me, somebody from Connecticut, small town, go to Boston, that's kind of big deal, and blend into amazing musician around, teacher, students. And so the beginning of Berklee, he really had a, dream to be number one guitar player. I was
Okay.
number one.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came to my lesson, we worked on it. No, he did definitely play really well, blues and good improvisation like Stevie Ray Vaughan. But still, he's only 19, 18, 19. So, he has a little bit rough spot. Picking technique was a little rough. Time is a little bit weak, just like everybody else. So, I want everybody to understand, John Mayer was just like everybody, like me and you, and everybody. Same. We have all weaknesses in the beginning. That we notice something, that's what we work and we change. Okay? So, to me, he did a great decision to come to Berklee, just because that way he see everybody outside his world doing amazing. So he has to really catch up with these people. There's no other way, easy way to do it. So, the beginning, he decided to become best guitar player as he can. Then, around the middle, he started changing that idea because he said, so many great players. I don't think I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel I can be a great songwriter. I said, why is that? Because I'm writing a lot of songs and I can really hear a lot of songs now. And then, I do a session, I can hear a lot of stuff. And then, he wrote a lot of songs he showed me. And some of the stuff is really good. And then he started saying, I'm not sure I want to really stick around, because I hear a lot of stuff and I want to do something more. Then I recommend him to quit. But I do a few people, like especially American students who has a lot of passion, writing music, playing music. Because sometimes I say, I can't really say it loud, but yeah, don't worry, just quit, just, do write music. Because American students come back Berklee anytime they want.
Mm-hmm.
International students, I can't say this one, quit, because very difficult to come back.
Yeah.
So, other guy I recommended was Michael Lemon.
Yeah, I was about to ask this question because I think
Right.
I saw a video. I think you were at Norman's Rare Guitar, I
Yeah,
think,
right.
and you
So
talked
he's
about
doing
that.
great.
And Michael Lemo said, "Well, Tomo told me quit Berklee and to do my song.
Yeah,
go
I
to
told
LA."
him that he was very shy, just like everybody else. We all have a little bit of anxiety. We have a little bit, small amount of, depression sometimes from a lot of things, So that's why actually, we play music to, seek our passion and, spark that into more positiveness. So everybody has a little bit, like, dark time.
Mhm.
So he was like that, just slightly. And so I recommend him to quit again. Yeah.
Okay.
I do people. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, so but then each one similarities, they never ever missed my class.
Okay.
Yeah, even they had a tough time following me because I'm very strict about the foundation, which is details. Don't do this, do this, don't do that, do this. I just tell constantly. It's not fun sometimes because this is work. You have to change something. You change something, you get to next level. Not just adding information. Information easy. So, if you go to internet, you get the more information than I know.
Mhm.
But you can control everything. That's the key. Internet gives you information, but you don't get the information of how to apply, how to use right amount. So ended up you use too much. Once you use too much, you don't gain anything. like a cooking. Just a little is good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
so those
think.
guys did a great job.
Mhm.
Follow my suggestion.
Yeah, I think
And
that's why even though we can find a lot of information on the internet, it
yeah,
has been
internet is good.
it is always very important to have a very good teacher because nothing can replace that.
Right.
Yeah.
I think so because in life, I think we need always somebody, not even great teacher, but just more of a mentor.
Hmm.
Somebody really tells you right direction to follow from choices. So that's what I did, and so great to hear that John Mayer, he plays very pure. Means like he plays a lot of the subtleties in
Hmm.
the dynamics, right? Because I told him set treble more, less bass, no reverb. That's my lesson.
Yeah.
No reverb,
Hmm.
more treble, more bass, less bass, because that's how they get better clean technique.
Hmm.
Then they get the better time. Then they get the better dynamics. So when I see John Mayer concert, big place, huge arena, I can hear his dynamics is really happening. So that's when I see here makes me so proud and happy because it's working.
Yeah, you know what? The other day, I listened to an interview you gave. I think it was on Red Shawl podcast.
Sure, yeah. Yes.
It was an excellent interview, and you talked about the fact that it is super important to practice without any reverb, and I tried it, and at the beginning it's super difficult to get rid of the reverb, but for sure
Yeah.
it allows you to concentrate way more on your sound. So can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Sure. Yeah. I always respect musicians from 50s, 60s because first of all, they only record 2 track or 4 tracks.
Hmm.
Means you can overdub. Nowadays, people has computer editing software, slowing down stuff, and then Pro Tools. You can take your solo 20 times if you want.
Hmm.
But back then, you have only one choice because everybody has to record same, right? And up to 1963, they didn't have any reverb from amplifier. Amplifiers always no reverb. That's why my guess is everybody has better time feel because they hear everything.
Hmm.
But after that, reverb kind of covers everything sometimes. But yeah, I'm not saying reverb is bad because that's technology. That's the design for Fender amp to make more softer sounds on the top end. That's why Leo Fender put the reverb on the guitar sounds because the guitar everybody pick harder in a way. This is again my imagination. Everybody pick harder, right? So if you have reverb, reverb covers everything, so makes more mild, you know. So it's like nice, effective. But to be a great guitar player, to become great guitar player, you have no choice with like that because you have to choose something a little difficult to do so that you can be better than other 100 guitar player next to you or 1,000 guitar player next to you. But if you follow everybody's doing and you become one of them, I'm not saying that bad, but that's your choice. So I tell my students all this because they pay me or pay school a lot of money to go study.
Hmm.
So my job to do is I just don't want them to understand what's the best way, effective way to practice the guitar. So I came up with idea more treble, less bass, more volume without the reverb. So the funny part is I've been practicing playing mostly no reverb. But just in case I have a pedal board looper so that I can demonstrate everything,
Hmm.
sometimes I have a reverb on, I can't play really well because I can't hear well. But without the reverb, I can hear almost like this. Picture that no effect, everything so clean. That's me. But
Yeah, I think it's a great piece of advice, and if you're watching this, you should try this at home because it is definitely something.
try
Yeah,
definitely, I guarantee you're
yeah,
gonna be changing.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me, there are a lot of videos of you playing live with incredible guitar players, ranging from Matt Scofield to Josh Smith to Scott Anderson and so on. So,
Yes.
who is your preferred guitar player to jam with?
Well, here's the thing. Funny part is like when guitar players jam together, it's in a way, no matter how great guitar player together, very difficult to kind of blend in. Kind of a nice conversation, because guitar obviously plays solo and a little bit aggressive. So usually it's not fighting, but always a little bit slightly competition going
Yeah.
on. Even like a great friends. But one of the guitar players named Matt Schofield.
Yeah.
He's the first time. I mean, again, like me and you, we met Nam show. That's how I met him. Nam show. And first time I met him, I don't know exactly when, but when I met him, I saw him because I knew who he is. And then I just want to say hello, because one of my students was really into Matt Schofield, so I taught that style. And not really blend in jazz and blues together, but not too technical from jazz, but also not too like same blues licks or pentatonic shape. He's just more unique. So I just mentioned about that. Then we exchanged quickly email address and phone number, and he emailed me, says, "Would you like to come down and play with me?" Yeah, and we played. That was it. Then I play. He said, really simple, shuffle and here's the thing, that we play, and then it's really truly we have a great conversation through music, almost like this. Beyond English, we speak English, but music help us really communicate together so well. Amazing. So then we become so close, always on the phone talking about music and life, and then we liked about talk other things besides music. And he invited me twice in England to do a clinic with him.
Excellent.
So this is called Blues Weekend. We used to do actually around March. Blues Weekend, we do basically Friday night, everybody showed up on the hotel, and then we rent a big room, ballroom for the performance. We jam, then students jam with the band, then Saturday, Sunday, we teach. First he teach, I was a guest, but second year he teach and I explain what Moscow is doing in front of all English people. So the funny part is Japanese guy speaking English explain about blues to English people. Yeah. That was really really fun. Yeah, but then this is great about too. Usually after the clinic, artists just leave back to hotel, chill like that. But me and Matt was different because this is all friends, right? His friends organized this, things, and more breakfast, lunch, evening. We have a kind of a set dinner, everybody all together, almost a guitar camp. So basically, after the jam, we go to the bar till bar close about 2:30 or 3. We just drink and talk. That's what we did every night.
Nice.
And that was really fun. Yeah. So anyway, so Matt is really, actually as one of them, really communicate well. Yeah. And then he doesn't really so Matt actually told me, he loved to have a guitar player sitting with him, but usually not like me, really blend in. Usually kind of a, not competition, but gets really loud.
Yeah, more guitar battle than conversation.
Exactly. Yeah. But we are more like a conversation.
So obviously you are in lockdown at the moment. So
yes.
How is the remote teaching going for you? Are you able to teach the same way?
Interesting, because I have been doing this Skype lesson about 2-3 years. And then a couple of years ago, I reduced my touring in Japan just because a lot of work to do, right? So I just decided, 1 year, 2 years ago, I stayed October, I believe, I stayed here, tried to do as much as Skype lesson. So financially, if I go tour or I stay home, kind of same. That was kind of a puzzle. Usually, if I go tour, play a lot, places, and then if I do well, definitely financially, it's good. But then now I can stay home, same. That's amazing about the internet. Internet. And so that's why I do, Skype. I do a lot of things, and yeah. So yeah, funny part is this is really horrible things happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really sorry to everybody suffer from this, corona thing. But my part of business didn't really affect it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
and do you think you are able to teach the same way through Skype than when the guitar your student is right in front of you? Because you can't jam; it's kind of difficult. So I guess you have to adapt your method of teaching.
In a way, here's the thing. In a way, only thing we cannot do is play together at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But other beneficial thing is each one of us has to really patiently listen to each other to understand what's going on. So to me, more communication level get higher. So before we just loosely jam more, then we talk about what to do. So now we can jam, but then I have a way to jam now. So like for example, if we play blues, this is a tempo, this is a song, but this is how we play. You play melody, you play solo without rhythm guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Solo twice without rhythm guitar. Then rhythm guitar twice. And then, you work on the parts, okay? As if we are playing, together. Then record that in a loop. Then you play other part. So this is called self-duet. I made up. So I play two parts, very, very organized. I write exactly what's going on. The two parts you have to do either way. So that you have to understand form of song, chord progression. So that part you have to practice more rhythm guitar to feel the chord progression.
Mm-hmm. Interesting method, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in other words, we can play together. So you have to basically prepare the other person's part really well.
Mm-hmm.
Then so it's in a way it's working well. Yeah.
That's good. Do you have some open slot at the moment for Skype lesson? If people are watching this, they can contact you.
Yeah, little bit. Yeah,
little bit. Yeah,
2-3 people maybe because I'm getting actually incredible amount of requests from Instagram, and then even this morning I answer a lot of questions, and yeah, so like I'm very fortunate because almost like May is almost full.
Good, excellent.
Yeah. So now I start booking June.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously, at one point in time, this quarantine situation will be over. Probably, I don't know for sure. The summer season is almost completely shut at the moment. But what are the projects you can talk about for for the last quarter of 2020 or after?
Sure. Yeah. So like hopefully I can finish my solo guitar album, but I don't know when because I can't really go out to do it. So, but that's one solo guitar album. And then, like I told you, I'm working on Instagram and YouTube. See, business side of it is, now you can tour, but still you can increase your fan.
Mm-hmm.
So, my wild dream is trying to do, by next year, I want to get to 1 million followers on YouTube.
Okay, good.
If I get to 1 million, 500,000 followers in Instagram. So that means when I'm ready to tour, I have a fan. So I do backwards now. I increase the fan. Then when I'm ready, I just go. Okay. Then I have an online lesson, financially online lesson, make a money. So my family feel good.
Yeah, sure.
Go out. If I don't make a money from gigs, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, so I just do it backwards. Why not?
Any plan in the future to come to play in Paris, in France?
I love to. Yes. Of course. I only went to England, so that's the one actually I wanted to do. Yeah, Italy too, but France, of course, I want to go to everywhere. But yeah,
okay.
Please help me.
Yes, we need to find some way to have Tomo Fujita to play in France. That would be great. That would be pretty cool.
Even like I can do like solo guitar because solo guitar sometimes it's nice to know me. Like know you like together with just one guitar music and just very simple way. Also, if I want to, I can do clinic too. Something.
Yeah. And for sure, you know, through La Chaîne Guitare, through the Guitar Channel, a couple of times per year, I organize a masterclass with professional guitar players. So if at one point in time you are coming to England, maybe we can try to come up with a solution, because I'm pretty sure many people would love to buy tickets to come to a masterclass to see you play, to have this kind of interaction. So yeah.
Hey, that'd be awesome. That's good.
Yeah, Tomo Fujita, it was great to be able to have you on the show. So thank you very much again for your time. If people want to have more information about you, see all the actualities, so they go to tomojustfunky.com, right?
That's it. Yeah, very simple. Yeah, thank you so much.
Excellent. Great. Again, thank you very much. Domo arigato. Tomo-san. Yeah. And stay home and stay safe. And
you too. Stay, safe and well. Everything, be healthy. It's great.
All right. And hopefully next time we will be able to do another guitar in hand interview together.
Yeah. Anytime, please let me know. I will do it. Yeah,
all right.
Great.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Right. Thank you very much for watching this. And this interview will be also available on YouTube on replay. All right. Thank you.
Great.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye. All right.
Pour le prix d'un magazine, abonnez-vous à la chaîne Guitare pour accéder aux vidéos intégrales. For the price of a magazine, subscribe to the Guitar Channel to access the full videos.